Come on, man, wave your hand. Big up Jesus and wave your hand. Too many minds behind me. Talk to me tonight. Too many trials are true. I said too many tales tell me to remember. Come on, man, wave your hand, wave your hand. There is too much to gain. I want to sing it again. To Lord, too many miles behind me. No matter what you go through, too many trials are true. I said too many tears help me to remember. But there is too much to give to Lord. Do so, do so, do so, do so, do so. Set up cross the hard burning desert. Sometimes I struggle. The right road to choose. Oh, you do, oh, you do. But somewhere over there, there is cool, clear water. And defeat is one word. I don't you. Emancipation Park. Oh, you do. I said to many sons in life beyond the mountain. I said to many rivers my feet have walked through. I said to we have done, we have done, we have done, we have done. Awaiting over yonder. Oh, there is too much. Oh, to give to Lord. Can I testify? Set up cross the hard burning desert. Sometimes. Say your struggle. The right road to choose. I said somewhere over there, there is cool, clear water, and defeat is what. Come on, man, we have the man. I don't know. Who am I to look for your name now? He laid his hands on me, he laid his hands on me, Christ laid his hands on me. Who am I to hear Jesus went and died on the cross? Up on the cross, he died up on the cross, he died up on the cross. Yeah. How are you looking now? I have been through the storm, but it seemed like forever. One minute tonight, for your night of confusion, we're and been on so long. Can I testify? For your ship has lost anchor. Everybody, for this storm got you gypsy. Everybody do so, everybody, for your night almost over. Tell me something, he can ride out your storm. ride out your storm. No matter what the storm cloudy, no matter what the persecution is there, but hold on to Jesus. He can ride out your storm. I say hold on to Jesus. Hold on to him tonight. Hold on to him tonight. He can ride out your. I said don't give up tonight. I said don't give up. I said hold on to Jesus. Oh, he can ride out your storm. How you do? How you do? Shout hallelujah. Somebody shout hallelujah. Somebody big up Jesus. Somebody big up Jesus. Let me hear some shout over here, sir. Emancipation Park, how you do? Hold on to Jesus. He can ride out your storm. How you do? 2 years ago, the Lord gave me a song. Title, I want to hear. I don't know about anyone, but I want to hear my name. I want to hear the angels singing. I want to be in that number. I want to hear. I want to hear that trumpet song. Look for your neighbor, tell your neighbor, I want to hear. Oh, you do. Oh, you do. I want to hear the angels singing. I want to be in that number. I want to hear. I want to hear that trumpet sound. You want to hear tonight? I want to hear archangel voice. I want to hear archangel voice. Oh, I want to hear when my name is called. I want to hear my name of do so, do so. I want to hear. Do so, do so, do so. I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to see the angel marching. I want to be in that number. I want to hear. I want to hear that trumpet sound. Do so, do so, do so. Oh, I want to hear archangel voice. I want to hear archangel voice. Say I want to hear when my name is called. I want to hear my name of name. I want to hear. I want to hear. Oh, man, lose yourself, man. I want to hear. Lord, I want to hear when my name. God bless you. Want to hear. God bless you. God bless you. I want to hear when my name. I want to hear my name of name. Do so, do so. I want to hear. Do so, do so. Everybody, everybody. Everybody, everybody, everybody. I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear. Said I want to hear when my name. I want to hear my name. God bless you. I want to hear when my name is called. I want to hear my name of name. God bless you. God bless you.
What a friend we have in Jesus.
you preach like Paul and not live the word, you will suffer like diabetes. Hey Christian, no bother carry, do no bother carry your souls well. Cause if you love go a church and not live the life, you will suffer like diabetes. Hey sinner man, do no bother carry, do no bother carry your souls well. If you're not go a church and not accept Christ, you will suffer like diabetes. Hey preacher man, do no bother carry, do no bother carry your souls well. Cause if you preach like Paul and not live the word, you will suffer like diabetes. Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. For you. Someone silver and someone gold, but I want Jesus way down in my soul. Hey! Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Jesus on the telephone, tell him what you need. Tell him, 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 tell him now, tell him, tell him now. Someone silver and someone gold, but I want Jesus way down in my soul. Hey, tell him now, tell him, 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 tell him now. Someone silver and someone gold, but I want Jesus way down in my soul. Tell him now, tell him, 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 tell him now, tell him now. Grenada, Carriacou. Good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Wherever you are listening, locally, regionally, internationally. Once again, it's time for Talking Points. Yes, we're starting exceptionally late tonight. Yeah, I'm in very, very late tonight. Yeah. Yeah, let me say a special good night to those of you joining us via We Noise Radio. Those of you joining us via One Soca. Our listeners out there in North America, wherever you are. North Carolina, good night. Washington, D.C., good night to you. Maryland, good night. Florida, good night to you. Iowa. Texas, yeah, boy, watch. Yeah, there's some serious hard talk listeners out there in Texas. Good night to each and every one of you. Good morning to our listeners out there in the UK and other parts, and those in Europe. UK and Europe, yeah. Good morning to all of you. And our African listeners as well. Good morning to you all. Yeah, indeed, sorry for the late start, but I got up and running a bit late today. But the bottom line is we're here and we're ready to go. Initially, it had been my intention to have a guest on. The first guest that I had in mind, they were unable to make it. The second guest, they were unable to make it. The third guest, they were unable to make it. I ain't taking no horrors of that because it means that they're busy out there in the constituencies. That's where they need to be, pressing the flesh, man. Yeah, that's where you had to be. That's where you had to be. Let me say a special good night to all of you joining us under the YouTube, all of you joining us under the Facebook. Sandra Joseph, you're just ignoring me. I say contact me. Yes, WhatsApp me. I need Sandra Joseph. Yes, I need you to WhatsApp me on the studio WhatsApp. Sandra, just months now asking Sandra to WhatsApp me. Charmaine Ragbasim, Jillian Noel, Jacinta Livingston. How you doing, my dear? I hope everything is all well and okay with you. Yeah. Helen Marie and Associates, good night to you, my dear. Martin and Miss V, good night to you. And we send a special good night to the Macfill family. We know it was not an easy day today, putting to rest our beloved Maureen Macfill. You all usually would hear me come on and I'd call Mr. Hudson Macfill and Mrs. Maureen Macfill. And so Mrs. Maureen Macfill was laid to rest today. And we once again send our condolences and our prayers go out to the Macfill family. Yeah. I was able, in and between, to take in bits and pieces of the funeral service. Was unable to attend, but I was able to take it in online. And folks, we opened the phone lines from early. You can call. Sherma Jeremiah, yeah, something was wrong. Yeah. But I got everything sorted out. I got in late, yeah. You know when you're trying to do everything, one thing does suffer, some things does suffer. Yeah, that is what happened today. But I'm okay. Kayla, good night to you. And folks, we're opening the phone lines 1473-440-7377. You can call us on the WhatsApp. But Laser, where's that walking on the roof, boy? Manico? Good night to you, George Noel. Fitzroy Philip, good night to you, bro. Salam, good night, yeah? And let me see, I think we've got a caller. Let me see if I get that caller on. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night, Sheldon.
Hey, how you doing this?
Good night, Talking Points family. I'm fine, thank you.
Ah, wonderful. Go right ahead. You're live.
So, Sheldon, I'm calling in regards to the jet bridge. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Do you have any information as to why it's not up and running?
I've got no idea. I know that quite a few visitors to the island during the carnival season have been asking the exact same question. They're seeing the jet bridges there and they're just not being utilized. And remember, there was this big opening ceremony and all sorts of things that took place a while ago. Again, where the opposition was not invited, even though they have to thank Dr. Clarice Modest and Brother Nolan Cox and the New National Party for that particular project. They didn't even thank the NNP. They didn't even send out an invite, it seems, because, yeah, as usual. But it's just
Okay,
there.
so
I'm
so
just hearing that. It's just there.
I mi- I missed some of that, all of that when they had all of these things going on because
Yeah.
apparently I was at work and I don't go back. But okay, my reason for asking is because I've been coming to Grenada. I've been in the United States 30 something years and I've been coming every year to Grenada.
Or you could be there.
Every
Or you could
time
be
I
there 20 something years and you're only 20 something years old.
well, listen, they say I look old like road and beat up, so I can be looking at the 20 something years.
No,
Any
what you
case,
expect
long
from
story
people with what you expect from people with cataracts. Anyhow,
um,
go ahead.
any case, as I was saying, every time I come Sheldon, it rains. And coming now this last time because the flight delayed and we arrived in Grenada approximately 2:15 somewhere around. I was so excited I didn't look at the time we landed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying this to say that when we got there, that little ramp that you come down, it's narrow, it's always wet. You have elderly patients, you have pregnant people, you have people with strollers, with children, you have people with knee problems, back problems.
Mm-hmm.
If someone slip and fall on there, okay, that could be a spinal cord injury. They could be paralyzed for the rest of their life. Okay, if we didn't have it, then it's not. You can't say anything that we didn't have it. But if it's there, why not utilize it? We have disability people with disability. That would be so useful for them. You
Mm-hmm.
come in and you just push the wheelchair and bam, you there. Instead of having to go down that slippery place, narrow. If you slip and you slide, you falling over. It's such a hazard. So when I was coming in and I saw all of that and I looked up and I said to myself, that's just their wasting when you could put it into good use.
Yeah, I think that it is very unfortunate that that project, quote unquote, has been completed, yet still there seems to be no reasoning. I remember arriving at Maurice Bishop International Airport before and having to wait for the rain to finish before you could disembark the plane. I remember having been through that situation before. I remember arriving before and back in the days, Aliyat and all kind of thing, when they have to give you this plastic overcoat to put on and you have to run through the rain. And when by the time you get to the terminal, your shoes soaking, all sort of things. So it is a continuing issue that we don't need to have. I mean, yeah, it's not for the smaller planes necessarily, but for the big ones. And you had the
But I,
carnival, perfect time to test it out.
I looked at it and I said, and Sheldon, that's the reason why I don't. My grandmother is going to be 92 years in the next two weeks. And for years, Sheldon, every year I come, is my son and my grandma with me. Every year. Just recently, I stopped bringing her because of, she can't, she's not as strong as she used to be. I would have to put her in a wheelchair and then to do all of that, that's so much. So,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
because of that, she can't come and she loves Grenada. She likes to come, and go on the beach and all of that stuff. I can't bring her. And it breaks my heart and it breaks her heart too because when we pick up our suitcase and we leave and she realizes she can't come, it's depressing.
And you
But,
see, this
like I said,
all of this was dealt with, and you realize, I say, part of the program tonight deals with the continuing projects of the new national party because we are yet, contrary to what they are trying to get people to believe, we are yet to see a project of the NDC administration like what you saw for the new national party. The ring road around the airport, for the easy way to get into and out of the airport, new national party did that. The air bridge, new national party did that.
the work on the tarmac and everything, New National Party did that. Yes, the work itself, part of it took place under the NDC administration, but they had nothing to do with it. It was conceived and done by the New National Party, so that the situations you're speaking about, where we have our elder Grenadians who are in their 80s, who are in their 90s, and they want to come home, but they consider, when you're climbing out of the plane, the possibility of what could happen coming down off the plane and that sort of thing. And you have the jet bridges there, and you're just not using it for whatever reason.
I mean, we have to put politics aside sometimes. And if something is good, it's good. If something is helpful and useful and it's an asset, then you forget about politics. Not everything is about politics. Not because somebody did something. We have to get past that.
Yeah.
Sheldon, the majority of my patients are in their 60s, 70s, 80s. And a lot of them, when I go, some of them, they're like, 40 something years celebrating marriage, and they're like, we want to go somewhere for our anniversary. And when I tell them I'm from Grenada, and I tell them, the crime situation is less than the other places and the beaches, and I start telling them all of that good stuff, we would like to come. That would be a plus if they come and they see, they have the drawbridge and all of that. But when they come and they have to do the jet bridge, when they come and they have to go through all of these things, half of these people had knee replacement. They have arthritis. They have osteoporosis. You think they could make it on that little whiny thing, narrow thing, slippery thing to come down, and they're going to invite anybody else to come? This is a way, to get people to come in. Let's, use it and, to attract people.
There's the multiplier effect, because when these people come and they go back and they tell their children and their grandchildren and so on, they become interested and they want to visit as well. So there's the multiplier effect with that sort of thing. And it opens up Grenada to more and more people being able to access and want to come in. But they ain't going and climb down the step. They ain't doing that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And like I said, their knees, some of them they're swelling. They have leg swelling. They have knee problems. Something like that would encourage them to say, okay, well, we could do. But when they see what they have to go through, they're not going to, tell anybody good things about, you could come, because all they're going to say that, my knee and this and that, and it's difficult and all of that stuff. Let's do something to attract people. Mm-hmm. That's what we have to do. Forget politics. If something is there and it's useful and it's helpful, well, how would you feel to know somebody coming down that narrow thing, they slip and fall and they end up paralyzed for the rest of their life? Would we feel happy to know that could have been prevented? I don't think so. And anybody feeling happy?
You ain't talking about the part where we go get soup.
I don't know if they sue, they will get money. I don't know because from what I notice now, a lot of people, when you sue, they don't have money to pay and they're not paying up. Because I just hope I get my money when I'm ready for it.
Them people ain't working.
That's all I'm saying. I hope I get my money when I'm ready for it, because that's all I have to say. But it wasn't something to be political about. It's just that when I came in and I saw it, and I said to myself, this is there. Why, couldn't we use it? So I said, I'll, ask you about it. But these are things we have to take in consideration. Not everybody's well, not everybody's healthy, and that would be a plus for people that's sick. You could be sick and you could still come, because you're coming in a wheelchair, and it's easy for you to access, for you to get through.
Mm-hmm. Well, nurse, outside of that though, Grenada Nurses Association, we're coming down to the believe it or not, we actually already passed the halfway mark of the year, so we're heading down to the end of the year. What do you all have coming up for Grenada for the remainder of 2025 or 2026?
So the Grenada Nurses is not actually coming this year. They're coming next year to do the mission again. Mm-hmm. But so last year when we came, we had an eye team that came with us, and it was not Grenadians. It was white ophthalmologists from Connecticut and other parts of America that came together, that came with us. And when they came, they decided that they would come every year to do the cataract surgery. So they're coming back this year. The Grenada Nurses Association is not coming, but they did ask me to come and assist them. So I'll be coming with them, along with them, to do like pre-op and post-op. Well, I don't have a license. I'm not specialized in to do cataract surgery, but I can help with the pre-op and the post-op and all of that other stuff. So I'll be coming to help them with that.
Great, wonderful. So that means
And that
we
will
see you
be,
again.
yes, and that will be, I think it's November 11th. It's that week of November 11th. We coming for what, 1 week.
Now I've been missing everything these days, and you understand why. But
Yes.
I know that you all had a get together right after the carnival season with the political leader and other members of the party. How did that go?
It went well. It went very good. We did all done. I mean, it was a little hectic because it was well, actually myself and Jason, Siggy joined with us and we put it together. But it went well, except for the morning when I went to get most of the stuff to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was carnival. We couldn't find pigtail. We couldn't find
Or
this. We couldn't
yourself?
find that. Oh my
Where
God!
you
And I
getting
did.
that?
And I did bring down pigtail and pig snot, but I had used it 2 days before to make all down. So made a big pot and invited a lot of people. So I used up all. Had I known, I would have left it. But otherwise, so that it went well. We had people come. It was a nice get together. I met a lot of people. As a matter of fact, when I got there, um, Miss Frank, good night to you, my dear. When I got there, someone came and told me someone wanted to see me. So I went over, and it was one of our supporters was there, and I went to her house and I spoke to her. Just wanted to say good night to her, and it was a pleasure meeting you, my dear. Yeah, but it went well. It was a nice
Lovely.
little thing. But Sheldon, we did it like within the Sunday I came, and then we put it for the other Wednesday. So a lot of word didn't get through because
And there
you
was
did you wasn't on.
no talking
You was
points.
not on. Huh?
There
Yeah,
was
you
no
was there was
talking
no
points.
talking points for me to say, well, okay, let me let you, spread the word. But we still had a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was just from my Facebook, and I was able to get together. But yeah, our political leader was there, husband, brother Nimrod, Miss Nolene Thompson. We had a lot of people.
That's wonderful.
Yes, it was good to see. But hopefully next time it's bigger and it's better, and we get the word around so that everybody knows.
So, nurse, the final one before you leave us.
Mhm.
Just to let you know, there is a serious situation when it comes to adult disposables diapers. So
Okay.
many, I'm being contacted nearly daily by people with relatives who are looking for and so on. I know Cami, I know you're listening. Cami is having the same situation. A lot of folks are approaching her in relation to it, and even outside of that, several people have been approaching me as well on it. I've been getting messages and so on. So
Okay.
as many as you can get down to us, please do so.
Okay, and with that being said, I'm just gonna say so. I don't know if you saw a few months ago. It was a holiday, and I went and filled my truck up with diapers all the way in Long Island.
Yeah.
So we sent that out to the women's arm. Actually, it was there with it's already there by Compass. Two commercial bins, diapers only.
Yeah.
And
One
I
of them
was
bins is
supposed to
one of
fill-
them bins is not mine, boy. The woman's arm alone gain.
Well, I guess Sharon. Every time
Masabol
I
man.
get stuff.
Masabol Masako.
Every time I get, I send. So it doesn't matter as long as people need it and I see it, and I have a way of accessing it. I'll send it. But I was supposed to clear it too, but I was waiting from word from up here, and I didn't hear, and I came back up. So it's there. It's gonna be cleared hopefully soon. But yeah, I always get. So the next time I get, I'll keep you guys in mind, and I'll send it down to y'all. And just give me a contact person, and I'll send it.
Okay. Yeah. As I say, Masabol Masako.
Yes.
When the women
Okay.
have, I'm gonna talk to them.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
And I think I have like 3 boxes there too. So when I get some more, I could always just put them in a little box and send it down to Miss Cami or to somebody. I'll just find somebody, Antonito, anybody, Dr. D. anybody, just to and they'll clear it and give it to you guys.
All right, my dear. You have a wonderful remainder of your night tonight. Say hello to your son for me.
I
And you have
will.
a wonderful one.
Okay, take care.
All right, my dear. Yes, indeed, folks. 1-473-440-7377. That is the number for you to get back onto the inside. 1-473-440-7377. That is the number. Remember, you can only call that number on WhatsApp. If you call direct, you won't get us. So you have to call us on WhatsApp on that number, and you can get onto the inside. But Nurse was raising the issue of the jet bridge. Again, because I'm telling you, this administration is going to wait until close to election, and they're going to do like if all of these projects were some achievement of themselves, that they were the brainchild of these things, and they were the ones who came up and said, but you know, Grenadians who are overseas that might be differently abled or may have medical issues and so would like to come back home, but they can't take that climb down from the plane. Yeah, they can't take that, and they don't want nobody carrying them down and having to lift them down and that sort of thing. People in their 80s and their 90s and all kind of thing, they're out there and they want to come home. Now you have the facility to ensure easy egress of these people. In other words, that they could come off the plane easy. You have the facility for it. And for whatever reason, it is not in operation. Yeah, for whatever reason. So please, to whoever it may concern, Grenadians want to see the thing working because they want grandma to come home. They want their great-grandparents to come home. Yeah, they want to come home. They want to be back. They want to be able to go and soak on Granan's Beach same as anybody else. They want to be able to go and put their foot in the water. They want to be able to pass and buy a coconut water or a roast corn. They want to just sit down in the yard and see the neighbors passing and so on. They want to be able to do these things. Give them the chance. We have a caller. I thought I answered. Yeah, we have a caller online. Hello, good night.
Hello, this is the geezer from the UK.
Giza, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm great, man. How are you doing tonight? Well, how are you doing this morning in your instance?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, well, it's nearly 2 o'clock in the morning, so there we are.
Yes, sir.
Still listening. There we go. Yeah, just about these bridges. How long have you had those then?
Those have been there a couple months now. Well, they've been there longer they've been in longer than that, but everything was commissioned, if I remember correctly. There was a ceremony, everything, a couple months now.
Right, because I can't understand why your government haven't put them up, because you know, people who are disabled and old, or anybody with kids or whatever, they should be using it. I mean, they can extend the airport to make it a lot easier and to get more people to come in. I mean, it's like the other some of the Caribbean islands, you know, you're getting a lot of people coming in, a lot more regular. And Grenada's not getting that many planes coming in, say, especially from other countries, like, you know, all right, you got from the UK, but some of them from Europe as well. I mean, you got TUI, is a British company or Spanish company. It goes to Barbados and other Jamaica, but they don't come to you know to Grenada. I don't understand why this is not happening. Why your government is not extending the airport to get more people in to make more money. In other words, put more money into the economy. I don't understand why it's not happening, because you've got a lot of space there that you can actually extend the airport to get more planes in, more people to come in, and more money coming into the economy. I just don't understand why that they're just sitting there. And there must be, I mean, well,
it was part of
I would say they're about $100,000 each.
But you see, that was part of a broader plan by the new National Party administration of how because apart from that, your airport, to maintain its rating so that certain flights will come in, there has to be certain improvements and so on over a period of time. That is part of it, and it's part of a broader strategy to increase your tourism numbers. Because as you mentioned, if someone were to take a plane now and go to Barbados, when they land in Barbados, you're seeing all sorts of different flights that do not fly to Grenada. You go to St. Lucia, sometimes even to St. Kitts. You see flights that just don't come to Grenada. They're in the region, but they do not come to Grenada. And you ask yourself why. And now you have the air bridges, which these people know they don't have to come and park up out somewhere, rain falling, people can't come off the plane, it's showing off the schedule. They can easily come off and come to Grenada. And
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, yeah, I mean, if they extended the airport, extended the runway and everything, you'll get a lot more people coming in from all over the world, a lot more planes. I know that the airlines have to pay to come into the country, but if you extended your airport and everything else, I mean, instead of having two airlines from the UK, you might get 2 or 3 or 4 extra, and from other countries. I mean, it's a shame because your country needs tourism a lot more than maybe the UK does, but it just needs a lot more doing. The airport is small. I mean, I've been over there 3 or 4 times now, and getting off the plane, especially at my age anyway, it's difficult to get down those stairs. Yeah, trust me,
it is a challenge, and even for younger folks who may have different medical issues, to come down those steps is not an easy thing. And as such, the air bridges are there. The new National Party conceived it. They got the funding, they got the contractors, they got it done, and it is time for it to be put in place.
So why don't they put it in, where the cafe is upstairs, and start, getting them, connecting to the building, so people can literally get in and out. Just make a lot of that's easier. It just seems there's a lot of hoo-haing around at the moment. Your country definitely needs tourism badly. All right, you get your ships coming in at a certain time, but all the rest of the year, the planes are coming in, and you've got a lot of planes coming in from America, but not from other European countries, and especially other parts of the UK as well. You only got Virgin and British Airways, and that's it. But if you had extended the airport, you'll get more in, and the prices will be cheaper.
And even those may be willing to extend, have more flights, if it's a situation where there are more people that are able to come in. You still find a situation where flights are coming in with empty seats.
Yes, because that's right. Because there's the prices are too. I mean, the prices for tickets for the UK is about $3,000 to come over and whatever. It's a lot of money. But if they extended it and more flights will come in from different airlines, like TUI, for instance, TUI goes to Jamaica on a daily basis, near enough. If they had that in Grenada, your economy will be sky high, because you've got more flights coming in and a lot more people to come into Grenada and everything else. Yes, they go to St. Lucia. I've been on the plane where the plane was full up, and then all drop off at St. Lucia.
Yeah, and it's just
when the plane is halfway is enough empty. Yeah, that don't make sense. But I feel as well,
from there to Grenada is just 1 or 2 people on it.
That's it.
And the majority, Grenadians mostly, that are coming home, but the rest of people staying off in St. Lucia, or when it passed through Barbados, they're staying off in Barbados.
Yeah, but where's the people going to Grenada? That's what I'm saying. If they extended the airport, extended everything else, you'll get a lot more flights coming in, and people will come into Grenada a lot more. And I think your tourism departments needs to look at that and start selling it a lot more. I mean, I'm not being funny, but hardly anybody's promoting Grenada in the UK. Only once in the blue moon, but everybody's promoting, Barbados and St. Lucia. That's what I don't understand. This is where governments need to look at it. Tourism department needs to look at it and say, right, all you've got is certain things, but you need tourism, people coming in, and that's it. And I think, to be honest,
Your device is muted. We're not hearing you. Your device is muted. We're not hearing you right now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, if you had people coming in on a regular basis, if you extended it, I'll tell you what, your economy will be sky high. Trust me. And I wish, other companies will come on board, other airlines will come on board and bring lots of customers in, and your economy will be sky high. Trust me, it will be a lot better. So I'm hoping your new government, whoever it's going to be, right, will look at this and think about tourism, because at the moment, everything is going sky high, prices are going sky high, cost of living is going sky high, everything is going up. You need tourism to bring people in. Again, the governments need to have proper retailers coming in and proper big companies coming in. Just an example, you've got KFC and Subway. But let's be honest, if you had, just an example, if you had McDonald's there, it'll be packed. If you had Primark, it'll be packed solid. So, your governments need to reduce the taxes, get companies coming in. Companies will come in on the airplanes, expand the airlines, the airport, and your economy will be up and running. Trust me.
Yes.
And I wish and I hope one day this will happen, because you've got a lovely country. It's like my second home to me, and I've got some people there, family there, and everything. And I'll tell you what, if that happens, wow, you need to. It will be. You need to. Now I'll put it nicely. You need to modernise Grenada. Grenada needs to be modernised. Mm-hmm. And every other country in the Caribbean, like Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, they're all slightly bigger countries, but they've got more. And Grenada needs to upgrade and get it done, and then get more customers coming in, and that's where the economy will grow.
Indeed.
And I hope the young lady will see that, hopefully, when she comes into power, and get that done.
Indeed, and that will be soon. My brother,
I hope so.
We'd like to thank you for your input, insightful as usual. And I ain't forget you with the cocoa, don't worry, you go get a call. I ain't forget you. Believe me, that winter here coming for you all day, you'll get the cocoa. All right, brother.
Well, put it this way. I will be coming over again very soon. Wonderful. And maybe we can pop up and meet you.
No problem, my brother. You know how to find me.
All right, Governor. Right. You have a nice evening, Governor.
Same to you. You have a lovely one.
And to you, Governor. Cheers. Have a nice night. All right, bye.
Yes, indeed, folks, and I always appreciate our UK list. I appreciate all our listeners, but to stay up 1-2 in the morning to listen to talking points until 3 o'clock in the morning, that there is some serious dedication. But folks, I wanted to mention something as well. During the carnival period, the new consumer price index for Grenada came out during that period of time. And on that consumer price index, it continues to show increases in different areas. Now, while it says decreases recorded in areas of housing, water, electricity, gas, and other foods, because we know the gas price fluctuates and so on. As that fluctuates, it's going to affect the price of gas and other fuels. When it says housing, I would like government to show us where the price of housing has decreased, because all of us know rent ain't dropped nowhere in Grenada. There is not any place that's for rent in Grenada that the price gone down, the price has gone up. Yeah? And we know that the government added taxes on water that were not there before. So they could say there were price decreases in relation to water. I want to know for who, because the price of water has increased. Even the bottled water, remember, they placed taxes between last year and this year on that area, so that has increased as well, right? And they could talk about the cooking gas and all these kind of things. Those things flip from time to time, we know, according to the world prices and how you deal with it with your taxation regime within your own country. And it also spoke of increases here. Increases in food and non-alcoholic beverages. Food, thing that everybody need. Nobody can say, well, I'm doing without food this month. You must eat. You must drink. Yeah? Alcoholic beverages and tobacco saw an increase. We ain't care about that. It will increase 100%, we mind. Furnishing, household equipment and routine household maintenance. That saw an increase. Yeah, so furnishing houses, household equipment and household maintenance, that increase, yet still telling us housing, the price of housing decreased, but anyway. And health increased as well. These increases are as a result of a rise in the price of rice, pasta products, remember rice, the area that was controlled by the Marketing and National Importing Board. I hear they have some other name for the entity that still ain't up and running and all kind of thing. Yes, we know that some of the facilities that the Marketing and National Importing Board had before, they are operating with limited service. They're not fully stocked as the old one used to be. We know that they are still there. And we have a caller. Let me just take the call. We have a caller online. Hello, good night, caller.
Yes, good night, Sheldon. How's it going?
Hey, I'm good. You go right ahead.
All right. I've been hearing a lot of talk from Grenadians and Grenadian politicians about the United States of America and the fact that Cuba has given more and offered more assistance to Grenada, right, in many different areas. And I am somewhat amazed by that kind of talk, Sheldon, because while it is that, yes, Cuba has helped Grenada, and I acknowledge that, I do acknowledge that. But at the same point in time, I do not know what kind of math is being used in Grenada today. If you look at remittances from the United States every year, I would like for the government, right, who's taking this whole situation with the visa situation lightly, very lightly, right? They don't seem to have no sort of focus as far as what strategic plans they're going to use to be able to combat that. As a matter of fact, you have people getting up in parliament and saying they don't care, right? It doesn't bother them one way or the next. And I would like them to tell me how much money does Grenadians receive in remittances every year from the United States. On top of that, what American Airlines, JetBlue, Delta Airlines coming into Grenada, what contributions is those airlines making to the tourism industry in Grenada? The next point that I want to make is cruise ships, and I also want to make another point, the medical students. So are you saying to me that all these contributions that America is making in an indirect way, it might not be in a direct way, right? Because you're using the argument of the US aid being cut off and blah, blah, blah. I understand all that. But think about all of that being lost tomorrow. How are you going to deal with that? On top of that, we seem to be a nation that like to follow. We're followers. We always want to be part of a body, right? We follow. We don't lead on our own, right? We don't take the initiative to go out there and do anything on our own. Everybody's calling on Carriacou to do this and Carriacou to do that. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, right? A lot of the Caribbean leaders was talking about dissolving Carriacou, right? The Prime Minister of Trinidad did not even go to the Carriacou heads of state meeting, right? She looked at it as, oh, okay, right? A lot of the Carriacou leaders now are standing up on their own to try to resolve this problem on their own. If you look at Dominica, right? Dominica just hosted an American delegation, and look at what Roosevelt Scarrett has said. Look at how he has changed his tongue. Look at Mayor Motley in Barbados. You know what she said? Oh, one minute she said, I'm going to stand with all my Caribbean brothers. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then she turned around and said, well, you know, what I want to tell America is that we don't have any Cuban doctors in Barbados, right? Grenada has to start to lead on their own and not get caught up in the rhetoric of what other people are doing. Caricom, everybody is on their own. Jamaica sat down and Jamaica came up with a new strategic plan to be able to deal with the situation on their own. They did not share it with us. They did not come and say, okay, you know what? Let's all come together and do it. That's not of their concern, right? Jamaica has too much to lose. Too much to lose. And I keep on trying to understand what is the problem in Grenada? Why is there so much of a anti-American hatred and feeling, right, in Grenada right now? Where has that all of a sudden popped its air from, right? Where has that just popped up itself from? You have which one gives you more? Sit down and do the math. Who gives you more? Right? Who gives you more? Right? No, I'm not saying that you should chase Cubans out of your country. No, I will not say that. I will not say that you should chase the Cubans out. But you have to face the facts that at the end of the day, you have to look at who is going to provide you with more in the long run. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The last time I checked, and I heard you tonight talking about the sky thing and, you know, having the older people being able to use that facilities and everything like that to facilitate people come from where?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Coming from where? Come from Cuba? Coming from Russia?
No,
Come from China?
it's from the United States, UK, Canada, other Caribbean
Thank you very
territories,
much.
but our own people
And
coming
the
from here.
majority, exactly, and the majority of them are coming from the United States. Let's face the facts. Let's stop this nonsense, right? Let's stop this nonsense and rhetoric, right? Let us sit down and let us be practical and let us not make snide remarks in our parliament and let us stop making these stupid comments, right? Without sitting down and thinking and doing the math, right? And doing the math. You know what you should have done? Let me tell you what you should have done, Sheldon. When you gave yourself that 150% raise, you should have given the doctors 50% out of that 150%, the Grenadian doctors, and give them an incentive to stay and to work in your hospitals. That's what you should have done. But no, you gave yourself nearly what, 150% raise or some crazy math like that, and then you turn around and give yourself $10,000 every month. Right? Why didn't you take that money and give it to the doctors? Why didn't you say, you know what, let me give myself 25% raise. And let me give the doctors 50% raise. And let me give the nurses 25% raise. Right? Okay? That would have been an incentive for doctors to stay in Grenada. Grenadian doctors. Why not set up incentive programs for them to stay? Right? Why not do that? Why not set up incentive programs for other Caribbean doctors from across the region to come and to help you? Right? Why not set up programs like that? Why are you so hell-bent on just simply seeing that little that little aspect of it all? You have more to lose, Sheldon. You have more to lose. Grenada has more to lose, right? And they're going to lose big time in this game.
Now,
And I keep on.
Paula, I believe that is why the political leader of the new National Party last night and in a message that was put out over the weekend has been calling on the why am I so low? Yeah, has been calling on the government for strategic diplomacy. Now, Grenada can't be out there trying to be the enemy of any country. We're too small for that, and even if we was big, we shouldn't involve in that because countries 20 times our size try to be friends with everybody. So we should try to be friends with everybody and not be finding reasons why we for instance, as you mentioned, some people in parliament talking about, well, the Americans could take back the visa if they want to take it back, that sort of attitude. It is stupid, it is undiplomatic, it is nonsensical, it makes absolutely not an iota of sense to take that approach. I'm pretty sure that in the United States alone, let's forget Canada, let's forget the UK, let's forget other Caribbean territories, I'm pretty sure that in the United States alone, we have the entire population of Grenada 3 times over in Grenadians living in the United States right now. People who are either born in Grenada or born of Grenadians living who were born in Grenada. In other words, according to the Constitution, they qualify as Grenadians. I'm positive we have 3 times the population in Grenada living in just the United States alone, most of them in New York, but living in the United States alone right now. So how can you try to become antagonistic with the United? This is not the 1970s where you had the USSR versus the United States. So you could have picked a side and you could have got whatever assistance you want to get from whatever side. This is the year 2025. Is a different kettle of fish that are wrong right now. That old kettle rotting. There's a new kettle of fish are wrong right now. So the statements by the various government ministers that made them, the Minister of Finance, the Prime Minister, the Minister with responsibility for foreign affairs of all people, that made these statements were very, and I'm going to say this word, irresponsible statements to make. You're absolutely correct.
Let me tell you something, Sheldon. I'll be totally honest with you. He has gotten out of being the head of the political party, NNP.
NDC.
But at this point,
NDC.
no. I'm talking about Keith Mitchell, who has stepped down,
Oh, okay.
right,
Mm-hmm.
from being at the helm of the NNP. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll tell you something. I would like you to tell me tonight which one of those guys has had any dealings with the State Department other to an extent whereby they know the inner workings of the United States State Department other than Keith Mitchell. Which politician? Name a politician in Grenada. Go ahead. Name one. I'm waiting. Name one.
That's an interesting question.
You sit down and you have an interview with Dr. Mitchell, and Dr. Mitchell could tell you how it works, right? How legislation gets passed. The fact that you have to have people lobbying for you. The fact that you have to know who to call and what to say and what not to say, right? The fact that when you go before these individuals, you have to know how to address them, right? I would like for you to tell me which one of these guys have ever done that. Tell me, just pick one. I want you to pick one. Right? I'm telling you, if I was in their shoes, I would go to Dr. Mitchell and say, Dr. Mitchell, look, let's put all of this aside, okay? But for at least 2 days.
Help
Tell us what we need to do. Help us.
No, but you see, these are people who have said many things and refuse to ever apologize for what they say. So to get them to understand that they should actually go to the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and say, Dr. Mitchell, you went in Cuba. you had presidents like George Bush Jr. that you had to deal with and so on. And even though you went to Cuba, you didn't have a problem with these people. How were you able to manage the rapport with Cuba, reopening the Caribbean rapport with Cuba, and at the same time be on extremely good terms with the United States government and a hawkish United States government at that point in time? So that is a person that you should be going to and saying, boss, how you do that? Tell me how you do that.
Because he understood, he worked in Washington and he understood the inner workings of the political landscape of the United States of America, right? Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, these guys, are taking advice from people who still have this 1970s, Comrade All, this, that, Black Power, Big Apple here, black. They're still into that crap. Mm-hmm. And they need to get off of that nonsense because that's not working anymore.
Exactly.
That ain't working.
Yeah. This is just 2025.
This is a different world we live in. Mm-hmm. And you have to know what to say and what not to say to these individuals, mm-hmm. right? And in all honesty, I mean, I'm listening to I'm listening to the other channels and stuff like that and whatever the case may be. And all I'm hearing is a set of anti-American rhetoric that's rearing its head again. And I'm asking them this question, all right? I'm asking this question. If people don't stay in the diaspora and bust their butts off, especially in the United States, to send them those barrels, to send them those remittances by Western Union, to come down here with American Airlines, with JetBlue, with Delta. If they don't do that, if the medical school does not stay there, right? If the hotels, right, does not attract American clientele, what kind of economy would you have? Who are you going to go to? No, the saying is what? Go and trade with Canada. Well, you do the math, do the homework on how the Canadian mind thinks, the homework on how the British mind thinks, and do the homework of how the American mind thinks. America is a consumer-driven economy and country. People spend money, they buy, they shop until they drop. You understand? They have debt coming out through their nose, but they still shopping, they still buy, right? A lot of these other countries that you're talking about are very conservative in the way they spend their money and the way they operate, right? So no matter what you do, you need them, right? And I think, to be quite honest, Sheldon, hello?
Yes, I'm listening you.
Right? To be quite honest, Sheldon, it's a slap in the face to tell a medical student whose family has taken out a loan or might have taken out a loan to send them to Grenada to school, to say to them, hey, you know what? We don't really care about you guys. We don't really care about you guys, right?
Indeed.
How do you think real value is going to feel about that?
Well, not just real value. Remember, you've got literally millions of dollars that circulate in just the south of the island through the St. George. Remember what happened when COVID was here and they had to leave? There were many people that got into serious financial problems because they rent their properties to medical students, they rent vehicles to them, and the people who provide food services to them, they got a serious financial hit back in 2020 when we saw those lines of medical students going all the way down the Maurice Bishop Highway trying to get on flights to leave Grenada after during the COVID pandemic. So it is very important. We'll have to wrap in the next minute, no caller, but go right ahead.
Yes, well, my brother, I will tell you this, that I hope that better sense prevails. I hope that I can hear listen to a show with Dr. Mitchell as far as that is concerned. Right, to hear his views. I understand the political leader, Emmeline Fair, did make a speech and everything. I understand that and everything like that. I respect her and I respect her views and how she articulated on that one. But I really want to hear Dr. Mitchell come on a program and talk about this. Because in my opinion, as far as experience is concerned, you ain't got another one.
That's the grandmaster. So what I'll tell you, caller, before you leave, I'm going to put up on the screen shortly. Dr. Mitchell has his own podcast that he does outside of the fact that we will be reaching out to him soon to come on to Talking Points. He does have his own podcast where he speaks on various issues, and I'm pretty sure, knowing Dr. Mitchell, I'm pretty sure this will be an issue. If he hasn't spoken about it last week, because I didn't get to view last week's program, that he will be speaking about that program this week. So I'm going to put up on the screen the YouTube page itself. It's Lewy here from Doc. Lewy here from Doc. And he does his podcast. Make sure it's on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Make sure that you subscribe to it so that you will be able to hear his views on not just that, but many other issues that are happening.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So
I've seen it right here now.
Outside of waiting to hear him on Talking Points, he has his own podcast. That is very important, perfect. I believe, especially students of politics like myself. I always try to get in and hear what it is he has to say, his views on different things.
Yes. I want to hear him in a setting whereby he is, the ball keeps, like how you like to bounce that ball. Yeah. Right. I would like to hear that. I'd like to see you guys going. What a good game of lawn tennis, so to speak.
No, he'll be on soon. All right, my brother. Thank you.
Okay. Take care. All right, thanks so much. All right, have a good night. Bye.
Indeed, folks. Yes. So remember, there is the program. Let me just pull it up again. For those of you that didn't know, it is important. Go and subscribe. Make sure you see I subscribe. Yeah. Make sure you go and you subscribe, so that you can hear. Let me see what last week's program was on Carnival and that controversial bill. Yeah, the age, that bill in relation to children and so on, as we have said, the children bill. Yeah, so it is very important you go on there. There's several programs already there. So those of you now finding out about it, you're behind time. All right, so you could go there and you'll get quite a bit of information directly from Doc. But as the caller, yeah, we did have the intention that pretty soon we will be bringing on Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. We will be asking him if he can come on and join us to have a conversation. Yeah, and the caller was asking about the State Department and if any of those guys have the connection with the State Department. But I know one person that have the connection with the State Department. I can make out that guy in that picture there. Okay. Let's see this guy in the back here. You know who that guy is? That Rasta man in the back here with glasses and a suit in the back here. Make him out here. Yeah, my partner from is Mauritania. Yeah, was blocking me there. Right, yeah. That is at the U.S. State Department. So if they need help, they could talk to me and I might be willing to help. I've been to the State Department. So if they want help, I could help them. I have my people in the State Department. I have my contacts in the State Department. So if they need a little help, talk to the Aina. One all you pull all your picture and show all in the State Department. Yeah, show your picture. You in Washington D.C. at the State Department. Yeah, show your photo of that. Nice. Yeah. 1473-440-73. I just had to do that one. 1473-440-7377. That's the number to get on the inside, folks. I haven't forgot what I was speaking about just before that caller called. And caller, we'd like to thank you for your timely and worthwhile intervention. And again, let me just remind. I remember there was an incident many years ago. One country, I won't name the country. One country that has provided a lot of assistance to Grenada. There was something taking place at a particular media house, and the diplomats attached to that particular country called that media house and started to get on because they did not like what was on air on the local Grenadian media house. They didn't like what was on air there. And the people at that point in time called the media house and started to berate the media house for broadcasting what they were broadcasting at that time. I'm speaking in very broad terms here. And I remember very clearly that those people, even though you assisted Grenada and you were assisting Grenada and that sort of thing, got one tongue lashing from Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. He said, no, this is Grenada. This is Grenada. Yeah, we respect you, but you have to respect us as well. You can't do that kind of thing. You dare not do that. You can't just go and play talking to media house all you want. No. This is Grenada. You respect Grenada. You respect our laws. You respect our people. You can't go calling no private media entity to quarrel about something that was being broadcast. Yeah, he gave them one tongue lashing. Friends of all. Friends of all. So everybody had that level of respect for Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and the new National Party administration. Yeah? That's why I could pull a picture from the U.S. State Department. I want one of them on the other side. One of them in Parliament right now who's sitting on the government benches. Pull your picture of the State Department. I could pull mine personally, of being there. And I could pull others inside there. Pull yours. Yeah? But anyway, let's get back to this before I come back there. Now, we are speaking about some of the areas that had increases in Grenada, and we spoke of rice, and that's one of the areas that is being affected by the Marketing and National Importing Board. Caller, hold for me a while, please. Just hold there for a short while. Pasta products have increased. Beef, poultry products, so your chicken and so on, deli meat, preserved fish, milk has increased. Cheese has increased. Edible oils have increased. Fresh fruits have increased. Frozen vegetables, jams and jellies, and other food products. They just lump the rest in, I think, other food products. They have increased as well. You have fruit juices have increased. Rum, we don't care about rum, beer, them thing could increase. Non-durable household goods, they have increased. Pharmaceutical products, so again, medication continues to increase. Yeah? So you have also, they're speaking of a broader term here of a lot of these items that have increased here. And one of the areas that you see this one particular here for all of you going into the bookstore? You see this area here? Books have increased as well. Yeah? Men's footwear, the shoes and thing, that has increased as well. Clothing accessories for those of you trying to outfit your children back to school. They didn't have enough wear at all to say let's put something in place for that. That has increased. Children and infants clothing, children and infants clothing have increased by 3.28%. That has increased. Children and infants clothing has increased. You're going and buy school uniform and thing right now, right? So the bubbles and thing for the children, for the girls and so on, that has increased. Children's clothing has increased. Yeah, all of these things have increased. Footwear, the shoes for your children, it has increased as well. Medical services have increased. Pre-primary and primary education, the cost of that has increased. They have done nothing to reduce the cost of that. Those of you sending your children to the private schools, you realize that again, for the second year or third year in a row, you're hearing of increases. The schools are contacting you and telling you there's an increase of X amount and that sort of thing. So you're getting ready to send your children back to school now. And these are not my figures. Remember, these are the figures of the government of Grenada, not my figures. We have a caller online. Go right ahead, caller.
Yeah, good evening, Grenada. Well, Sheldon, good evening.
How you doing, Pass?
Well, look, I'm good. I'm good. Everything is pretty all right for now.
Yeah.
You know, still struggling with all these different new bills and new prices and all of that. Where we've been given a serious promise, you know, that cost of living will be taken care of, and you know, every consumer in Grenada would be very much, you know, on satisfied with our governing and all of that. But far different. That's far different.
No,
I don't understand.
These are the things that people are facing now. School is about to reopen. The price of potatoes the price of potatoes has gone up by 2.97%. So if you're going to make your little mashed potato, your little chips and thing to give the children sometimes, although it's not the healthiest thing, but you're going to make that, or you're making the little soup and using the potatoes and thing, the price of that has gone up. Fresh fruits have gone up by 17.88%.
Yeah,
there's no joke increase. Let me pull it up so people can see. I'm not just calling figures. And these are the figures of the government of Grenada. Fresh.
Oh boy!
Wait to see it. I just saw it in front of me here. It has gone up.
No, we need to plan the white potato.
Man, you've got to grow your stuff as much as possible. Yeah, here it is. Fresh fruits have gone up by 17.88%. Yeah.
Oh.
So these are no joke increases and so on, and you're feeling it when you go to the supermarket. The $100 right now. When you check yourself, you realize that the bald-head man with the glasses, right now, you can't even afford the glasses. He just bald-head.
Yeah, you understand?
Well, go right ahead.
I remember, you know, during the reign of the new National Party, we had what was called the food basket. You know, we put certain groceries in the food basket, and government would subsidize. You know, but you know they're talking about Grenadians like too much a handout and free thing, right? So there it goes, because we've been promised, right? And no, you see, every time we talk, people think we're knocking the government or the party, right? But you promised us that. You told us that you're going to do it. Look at the last caller talk about remittance and so on, right? How many Grenadians today receive US dollars from overseas? You know, it's not like before when we so a family member would send us a 50 US in an envelope. It's far different today. You go to the Western Union or MoneyGram or some other bank wiring system, but how much what is the tax on that? So in other words, the ordinary citizen, the ordinary man, it's very difficult for them to make. And with this new arrangement, this new quote unquote thing with the United States slash Cuba, Grenada, Africa situation. I listened to a program weekend, and there were three. Well, I call them learned gentlemen together with the host, right? And one of the honorable senator who was on that program talk about Project Grenada, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I sat here and I listened. I said, but wait a minute, Project Grenada, no, right? Again, right? But when they passed that, when they tabled the law, right? That not only that one that passed the laws before the, I always talk about it. So more agreement.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard none of these gentlemen who've been on the program weekend, right? I say I've heard them not. I don't know if they made any contribution, but I've never heard them stand out, right, and condemn the signing of this document. And today we are reaping what we sow with this signing of this document. So why don't they now call on Project Grenada? And some years ago they had called Dr. the Right Honorable Kit Mitchell for the deliverance or for the freedom because they were in trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they and I listened to the gentleman, and I said, boy, look at that. He have never announced Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell on being a versatile statesman who can represent Grenada. I've seen nobody on that side. I'm not even calling the Honorable Andal and the finance minister, and not even the prime minister, as any one of these gentlemen to go into the state's department, federal, and knock that bill, knock that threat that we are under. I've never heard any one of them.
But they could ask
You see,
me,
so-
they could ask my pastor, I could tell them to call in the State Department, but they want to talk to me.
You see, right? Okay.
I could tell them to talk. I know my political leader has enough contacts within the US government and other governments that she
Of
knows who
course.
to talk to, and she understands diplomacy. But we are ruled by
What?
people that trying to be they're trying their best to be the reincarnation of Maurice Bishop. And
Well,
Eric
no, that
Gary.
can't. Well, listen, let them try. The other night, I made mention of it. Let them try to be the Maurice Bishop. Let them try to be the Eric Gary or the Kit Mitchell. Let them try to be those figures. They would fall short. They would really fall short. And last night, the leader of His Majesty opposition, I couldn't remember whether she spoke in the capacity of as political leader or His Majesty opposition, but she did a very good job. That's what they call a woman on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to educate the people and giving her view and even the opposition view with regards to this thing. But it's only today. Continue reading and trying to understand more about that. And I wish somebody Thursday we having this thing in the
Next week. Next week.
Yeah, you need to announce that.
That's
Yeah,
the
you need to
that's
get
the leader. The opposition is not the opposition. His Majesty's
the opposition.
opposition is
The
having that forum.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to announce that because I really try. In the daytime I'm very busy, but I try my best to go there because I want to learn more about that because I'm not understanding some things about that, and everybody want to take side against the United States of America, but they better start thinking, right? Do their homework and find out how many Caribbean islands, right? Caribbean countries that the Nigerian or the African authority, one of any of the states in Africa came to our assistance in a big way as America. They're trying to knock off America.
But the thing is,
knock them down.
what we're saying here, and I think that's what our opposition leader has been getting at, is that you don't have to turn your back on anybody. Listen.
No, no, no.
Remember, the same thing that is being done to Grenada now. The U.S. government said it was doing it to any country that has the Cuban Medical Brigade. You know what Jamaica did? Jamaica went and they fixed the issues that the U.S. had with whatever Cuban specialists they may have in Jamaica. If it's the way they are being paid, the Jamaicans address that. The Bajans, if they had one or two within the system, they address that. Trinidad, wherever else had Cuban specialists, they went and addressed it. Grenada stand up and say, take the visa if all you want it. For them to go and address the issue, the Americans said they have a problem with the way that the finances are being paid, that it's being paid directly to the Cuban government and so. So the other countries, they didn't get rid of the Cuban people that they have working with them, you know. Cubans are our brothers and sisters, literally, you know. You go to Cuba and you see people there and you swear somebody from Grenada because Grenadians went there in the 20s and cut cane.
Well, I love Cubans.
Literally, they are our brothers and sisters. So
I love them. I went to school in Cuba.
We will not turn our back on them.
Yeah.
But at the same token, the Americans told you these are the issues. What you say when they tell you that? Well, take the visa if all you want it. That would have basically said to them.
They call America the big dog, the big police. So take your visa if you want.
Remember, them doesn't say big dog, they say big boys.
Big boys. They're too individual, as they call it. Too individual or too independent. So let them catch the whatever. We good on this side. Anyways, have a good night, brother.
All right. Thank you so very much, Pastor. Yes. Indeed. And folks, I keep saying that these individuals trying to be Maurice Bishop, they're trying their best to be Maurice Bishop. And let me show you an example of what I'm talking about here, of them trying to recreate themselves as the new Maurice Bishop. But let me take this call first and then I'll get to that. Hello, good night.
Good night, Mr. Sheldon Scott.
Camille Teresa Scott, how you doing, my dear?
Not so good today.
Oh dear.
Yo, that small thing. I'm alive. Just thank God for life.
Okay.
I'm here. I went to funeral today.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good colleague of mine, you know, been all the years on the terminal.
Oh yes, yeah. My
Jimmy
boy
Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did
we play carnival. We play carnival together, you know, and he really touched me. I went to funeral, but then I feel bad in the church. I had to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Knowing we play some real mass with Andre Gavi.
I remember you played mass.
And yes, he played too with us for years.
Mm-hmm.
And that touched me. I did forget today here at Siberia. And then a friend of mine, a good NDC friend, tell me, you know, Jimmy Berry tomorrow. So I leave home early this morning and I went in town. I opened for a little while, I bring on my clothes. And I went, when they passed up with him, I get nervous, but I dress, I said, let me go and pay my last respect. And I did went. But Sheldon, live good, Sheldon, live good with people. Try. Don't hate nobody. You might like what I doing, but don't hate me standing.
Mm-hmm.
And when the brothers speak, and other people start to speak, I didn't say I start to feel bad. I've had feelings taking away and I went out. And I go by the road. Brendan give me a march. And then I say, you know, it is before for long. I say, I get nervous.
It happens. In situations like that, those things will happen. Yeah, the emotions and everything are there, and you will have those sort of things happening at times like that. Cammy, you're muted. Your phone is muted. Cammy, your phone is muted. You need to unmute it. That happens to her sometimes as she's using the device. She'll call back. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she'll call back in the next. Let me get it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Kiame.
Yeah,
I know that
I'm
has happened with
sorry
that.
about it. I apologize.
No, I know that has happened with that phone. We know what taking place.
Sheldon,
Yeah. Mhm.
Sheldon, I leave and I come down, I take a bus and I come back and I sit down on the terminal. That thing, the guy, Jimmy always come and buy a water. If I don't have that Glenneck water, he won't drink, he don't buy no way. The two brothers. If I don't have that water, he come for. He don't buy no other brand. So I always put aside 2 bottles, one for he, one for the brother, whenever he come and walk on the terminal. And that's how me in a kind of way, and I leave and I come home. I went and get some medication and I come home and lie down, I drop and sleep. And I get up. No. I want people to know to live good. The kind of things people say about one another. A man living out in St. David's and come on the terminal and tell me stink food. But that's all right. Sheldon, I want you to live good with people. Despite what? You hear me, son?
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever it is, live good with people. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, people that don't like me, I ain't do them nothing, but that's all right. I could live with that. Anyhow, good night to Patricia, Matthew, and my children. God bless them. And my relatives in America, Sheila Chase and Darlington Chase. And all the Grenadians who love me, who don't love me. All you, Dr. Mitchell, good night, I love you. Peter David, everybody. Sheldon Scott, you too.
Of
And
course, I know we
Sheldon,
love you. Yes, ma'am.
if you send the person to come by me, I didn't dare to say, you could tell them to come tomorrow, please, the lad.
Yes, I hope. I hope either.
To collect, yeah.
I hope either or either the father or the mother. I hope either of them have time, so I let them know, and I'll call you
Yeah.
first and let you know
And
that they
next
come in.
thing, you're talking about prices of things. Look at me. I just pay to make me little girl and people come in and take me thing unknown to me. I don't have a problem in giving. I don't greedy. I don't have a problem. But nobody don't come and pick me breadfruit. Ask me. A breadfruit is $8 and $9. I could pay me water bill. I pay $3 and $4 and $5. Come and ask me. Don't walk in my place and pick me thing. I just pay white gold. You live in all Vincent and come and help me here. Are you living in Busheju? Are you do nothing for me? I'm begging, please, please come and ask. I will give. I cannot eat all. I can't sell all, and I am not a greedy woman. So I'm appealing to you all. Anything I you say I have a wrong, come and ask. I will give. I bring down a bag of Jabukan blogger and I share for everybody. I share Sheldon. God is my witness. Yeah?
Yes,
So
indeed.
ask.
Just ask a question.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
I want to say good night to everybody and all you keep the faith, miss. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Sheldon, things going up, you don't lie.
Not the
Things
price of
going
all
up.
those things you.
The people that cost me when they come to buy water, not me. You don't have a price control officer in Grenada. Long time they will come and check for you selling things. People, I know a certain person at the terminal selling a Guinness for $9.
Wow.
$9. I know that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
It's sad. The situation we is in this country. The situation we there in this country, and I thank my relatives in America. As somebody said they could have put a 20 US in an envelope. But my niece and my uncle will send, when they send things for the rest of family, they always put something and say, send that, give me that. And I'm very grateful because my son tell me things is not as before in America. So when all your parents and friends and family send something, say thanks, cherish it.
Yes. You
I
have
thank
to.
the Chase family in America, Bernadette and Dada, for what little all you send for me. Thanks and all my friends. Let me say good night to Nurse Wendy Maguire, good night.
A lovely lady, yes.
Good night.
Right,
And Mr.
Cammy.
Scott, all the best to you too.
All right, my love.
You hear?
Yes.
And if you get in bags, anybody go
That's-
donate bags to you for school children, remember me because I have two little friends
Well,
I have to get to school back for.
what I've got so
I don't have
far,
money this year.
I've
I
gotten,
always buy and give, but I don't have this year.
I've gotten notebooks. I've gotten a lot of notebooks. I have some pencils.
Whatever
some pens,
you
some
have, send
erasers.
something to me because I'm little
I-
friends to get something.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the book bags now are what I'm trying to get. So that is the one I'm focused on now. Anybody want to
Anyhow,
help with the
good
book
night
bags?
to everybody.
Message.
And how you keep
Yeah.
the faith. Keep the faith. Let me pray and ask God to deliver us. To deliver us from these wicked people and them. I know tomorrow I say wicked people they come in and interfere with me. But
We afraid them.
my tongue no bless. So you be careful how you coming.
We afraid them. Gabby,
Yes.
you
Have
have
a
a
blessed
restful
night,
one.
Grenada, and home and abroad.
All right, my
Yeah.
love. You have a good one. All right.
Yes, you too.
All right.
Bye bye.
Yes, indeed. Folks, yes, indeed. Auntie Kiame. Folks, remember to go and get your cocoa. We know some are still in the country. Yes, make sure you get your cocoa by Kiami before you head back up. But folks, I was telling you all that certain people trying to be the new Maurice Bishop. And let me give you some of the most important. Look, take a look at this picture, for instance. You all remember this picture? This is a picture that most Grenadians who grew up during the period of the revolution would know. This is a picture that many who grew up after the period of the revolution would know. It's the president of Cuba on the far left. That is Fidel Castro. In the middle is Daniel Ortega, the then president and present president again of Nicaragua. And on the far end, the right side, is Maurice Bishop, the late Maurice Bishop, former Prime Minister of Grenada. So you have that picture. And then what do you have here? You have the president of Cuba. I can't remember his name now. To be honest with you, I can't remember the president of Cuba name. But you have the president of Cuba, Daniel Ortega again, and the Prime Minister of Grenada. Don't think this picture was taken out just so. This individual wants to be the new Maurice Bishop. They ain't go through the struggle that Maurice Bishop went through. They ain't even go through the struggle that the average NDC go through. They ain't even go through that. They ain't go through the struggle the average NDC go through. From the party breaking up to getting 215-0 back to back. This individual here, never went through that. They didn't go through when the NDC was going through all of that. Them wasn't part of that, you know. So they ain't go through no struggle. Those people who are in the NDC, who we put the shellacking on 15-0 and then come back and put a second 15-0 on them. Those are the ones that been there through that struggle. The individual who holds the office of Prime Minister and now leader of the NDC never went through any of that. They simply put themselves in a position and became leader of the party. But now they want to play like they are the new Maurice Bishop. We have a caller on the line. Hello, good evening.
Sheldon, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
Sorry. I work with the Cuban doctors, you know.
Yeah, during the period of the
I
revolution.
work with the Cuban, yes, I work with the Cuban doctors. I was, me and I work that they're living in the thing in where they are in mall now.
Yeah.
We used to wash and cook for Austin, Blanche. I work with the Cuban doctors. Yeah.
You see these
And
people
the
want
mother
to,
and brother that went to Cuba over the years. And he don't come back here in Cuba. I work with Cuban doctors. This to wash and iron the sheet and rain and sun. Yeah, I work with the Cuban doctors
I remember.
in the revolution time.
I remember situations of families from Montmoritz and other places
Anyhow,
that went to Cuba.
I just want to say that. And the Cubans is good people.
Yeah.
The Cubans is good people. Have a blessed night again, Grenada. Sorry for calling back.
No
I have
problem,
to say that.
Gabby.
Bye.
No problems. No, I have no problem with that intervention. The thing is, okay, let's take a look at this one. That's Maurice Bishop. Yeah, Maurice Bishop. With nurses and so on. And then let me see if the person tried to recreate that one. What's the next picture? Right. They make sure and they go and they, well, you know, nurses does wear different kind of clothes now. They making sure they get the Maurice Bishop like picture with the nurses and so on. They ain't sit down with this one. They have others like that. But they making sure, and I'm just using these as some, and there are many other examples I can pull where they are trying to recreate themselves. Now, who are they aiming at? They are aiming at those people who consider themselves to be, quote unquote, what is called in the Caribbean the progressive movement. Those individuals who may be leaning left of center in relation to their political ideology and still hold on to some vestiges of the what they may call the glorious past of the USSR and the other socialist movements and so they may hold on to that. And this individual is trying to make himself look like Maurice without the struggles that Maurice went through. Yeah? The same Maurice Bishop who had his jaw wired, fixed back when they get beat up. The same Maurice Bishop and them who went through all that they went through before becoming the leader of the country. He never went through anything even close to that. He was spending his time in the court system in Grenada. He was spending his time not fighting for poor people, not fighting for the common man. He was fighting for big business. But now they feel to put on a cream suit or to put on a white suit and sandals is to become Maurice Bishop. Because Maurice Bishop take a picture with the president of Cuba and the president of Nicaragua, go and take a picture with the president of Cuba and the president of Nicaragua. You feel some of us don't know where you're trying? But you do not have, and I'll put it this way because those of you who are of the same progressive mindset, yeah? You do not have the political pedigree. You're in the wrong show. You do not have the political pedigree. So you're trying those games. And I'm not saying that anything, let me make it clear. I'm not saying anything is wrong with taking a picture with Daniel Ortega or the president of Cuba, but you don't have the diplomatic chops, nor do you have anybody in your cabinet, and I dare say even your political party, with the political chops to be able to manage the waters that we are in right now. You have a very hawkish United States government. In fact, probably the most hawkish United States government, well, maybe since Ronald Reagan. Yeah, the same time that Maurice Bishop was in office. Probably the most hawkish United States government since that point in time. And while you have that United States government, you want to be playing those kind of games? You feel you are the USSR to go and lean on? Go and lean on the USSR. Friends of everybody. You ain't costing nobody. That is your system of government. That is your system of government. That is your system, how you deal in your country. That is your thing. We respect you. Respect us at the same level. But it's simple. Jamaica. Rubio was in Jamaica. They went to him. They said, no, you're accusing of this. This is what we are doing. They made whatever changes they had to make. That is why the only country get called in the Caribbean is Grenada. You didn't see Jamaican government ministers saying, well, take back the visa. You didn't see Bajans or Trinidadian ministers saying, well, take back the visa. But our Grenadian ministers take back the visa if they want to take it. Yeah, well, that's what they're doing. I hope I can handle it. We have a call online. Go right ahead, caller.
Good night, Sheldon.
Hey, bro, how you doing?
How you going? I will be short because I know time is of the essence.
Yeah, but go right ahead, man.
The situation there with the statements there by the parliamentary representatives and stuff concerning the visa. You forget what you said? Ignorance with arrogance. Anyhow, we already call about, I look at things on different perspectives. The closure road. The closure road here. So say the closure road is Grenada. But the NDC government is the tractor. They dig and dig and dig until the road is not there anymore. Good night, Mr. Scott. I will talk to you another time.
Thank you so very much, my friend. Yes, indeed.
Good man. Yeah.
And folks, let me remind you all that tomorrow night there's going to be that meeting that's taking place in St. Andrew Northwest up in, oh boy, I'm trying to remember the exact location. Let me get the flyer. Yeah. So that is taking place in Bylands. I know something starts with a B. In Bylands tomorrow night. That is taking place. So those of you in St. Andrew, you don't necessarily must be from St. Andrew Northwest, but you could come from St. Andrew Northeast. You could come from St. Andrew Southeast, St. Andrew Southwest. You could come from St. Patrick East, St. Patrick West. Yeah? This is the first one after the carnival season. We getting the ball rolling in a serious way. So we're looking forward to seeing all of you out there in Bylands in your numbers. All you ram the place tomorrow night. All you ram it. Yeah? Go make number 10 start to tremble. Make sure that you all are there. It starts from 6:30. We will be broadcasting. We definitely will be broadcasting, God's willing, via the Talking Points Network. It may mean that we will not have a program tomorrow night, because according to the time it's finishing, it may not make sense to go ahead with a program, and there's quite a lot that has to be spoken about at that meeting. So it will be streamed live tomorrow starting at 6:30. So by the time that ends, Talking Points time would have done elapsed most likely. So head on out to that meeting. Those of you that still are in the island, you have the opportunity to go live and see. So those of you that are still on island after the carnival season and so, and even though you didn't take part in carnival but you're on the island, you can head on out to that activity. And remember, the back to school drive is still going on. They still have the drop off at Compass Shipping out there in New York, 730 Chester Street, Brooklyn, between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. You could schedule or you could pay via Zelle. The Zelle is nnpnewyork@gmail.com, or you could call Aisha at 917-520-3164. Saul, what's up? 315-402-6370. And Kathy, I'm going to say her name there, 347-262-6818. Yes, indeed. So remember, you could Zelle, or you could pass, if you have school supplies, you could pass and drop it off for them, and so on. All right, so that's the back to school drive. And then remember, on top of that as well, yeah, there's the K&R bookstore. They have the back to school special, buy one get one free, especially with what we've shown you, that there are these significant increases in books, in uniform, in shoes, all the things for your children to go back to school. There are increases in it. They ain't even saying, well, okay, back to school, let us put a little, in fact, you have no cabinet and you have no parliament to do things right now, so all of that on recess. I know the brain been on recess all the time anyway. Now to put the cabinet on recess. Now they could have put the cabinet on permanent recess as far as I'm concerned, because all of them inside it, well, no, that's accusing them of having a brain. If I say the brain on recess, I don't want to get sued. So let me don't accuse them of having brain, because all of them folks, yeah, that is all the time we have for Talking Points. I'm sorry that we had to start a bit late tonight, but who know, due to circumstances, sometimes I may be getting to the studio a little later than planned, but I tried to get it at least started at 8 itself, even though I come on a little after. So I had the music playing and so on, and then I made sure I came on right after. So tomorrow night, again, remember, from 6:30 you can tune in to Talking Points on YouTube and on Facebook, and so we will be broadcasting the event up there in Bylands tomorrow night. It may mean that we do not have Talking Points, because once that is going on, it does not make sense for us to come for just a 20 or 30 minutes to do Talking Points. So once that is on, right, according to what takes place, if it finishes early enough, then we will do a Talking Points program. If not, it will just be the meeting tomorrow. So looking forward to that one. Folks, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us tonight, being on with us, our loyal listeners, our loyal supporters. I want to thank each and every one of you and remind you that we love you. And as Cammy say, treat people good. Yeah, Cammy, I was actually watching Mrs. Maureen Macfield's funeral, and at the same time trying to take a little glimpse of that funeral as well. Yeah, I saw all the people dressed in blue and so on in that funeral. I was taking a look at that one, And at the same time, I was looking at Mrs. Maureen Macphill's funeral and doing some work at the same time. So I was kind of multitasking at that point in time. Folks, and whatever you say and do it safe and secure. Want to be speaking to and with you, and definitely not about you. Love each and every one of you. Do enjoy the rest of your night tonight. Love you all.
In this life, me trial were many. Some of the time them me know say be a foreigner there, you know. So una go say with people do una go sing it like all me sing it. Here in a feet. Yeah, can't be a foreign people there. Me I bring Jamaica from my jersey, so me I sing the Jamaica way. And sometime me foot them get weary. Oh, and they feel like I would stumble. I know them are gonna say so. Me know them are gonna say fall. But sometimes when my problem come in a fall, you know me know. And they feel like I would stumble and drop a grave. Me know myself, but the jail too long and leave me. I wish some people that just be the present attack tonight. Some people just shout out and walk up your mouth. I said, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. But the jail too long and leave me. Put up your hand and say, leave me, Jesus. It's the hand that lead me steady. You see, I won't leap away one leap for some millions. Oh, scare. Nothing wrong with that. Put up on hand tonight and say, Jesus, give